Okay, guys. This is where we this is the time of day where we wonder, and this is only happening with b-boys apparently. So yeah, it was hella rude, but it was funny. Jennifer Jeffrey, that shit was funny. It had me dying. Finally, Chris is back. How was surgery, Chris? Hope everything's good. Yes, Troy in the motherfucking house. Troy, I love Troy. What up, Troy? I got a b-boy machine, hopefully, on last night, Troy. We went till 2:15. Yeah, man. I hung with Troy. We watched the fights. Troy and I watched all the fights, and it was really epic at my house. I had some great conversation. It was pretty epic. Absolutely. This is the part of the program where you're going to have to DM Machine and say, "Where are you?" Svet, Wheels Turner, what's good? All you guys, thank you for joining me. I've been here since, 2. As you can see, yeah, we'll have a hip hop event when the bullshit's over. This is what happened. I don't know if, yeah, I know, right? B-boy time is ridiculous. He is This is what happened last night. This was absolutely what was happening. I did not clean this shit up. Certified Health Nut says wearing a mask is a hoax. See my latest post, so you guys should check out Certified Health Nut's latest post. Oh, cool. I appreciate that, Whirlwind. Yeah, it was fun. Cubert's fun. I mean, I've known Cubert for so many years. Can you imagine that, Josh? Do you even remember this? Josh was here. Josh and his lovely wife were here last night. And that's what I was doing when I was painting. Oh, Lord. I don't know if I showed you this, guys, but I have Rakim here. Thank you so much, Brittany. Yeah, it was amazing. I got this. I'm bringing this to a client. That is my Rakim piece. Yeah, that's my Rakim piece. So, if B-Boy Machine doesn't come on, then we're just going to have to go, what's up, Vise, Boston? What up? Aminatazi, what's going on? Okay, guys. So in the meantime, I'm going to just peruse another sketchbook. Fuck it, because I can. Thanks, Scotsman. Shit, where's my sketchbooks? This place is crazy. Hot done in the city. Oh, I got a new box of these. Got my new Legends of Hip Hop here that just came in. I'll do a digital art session. Why not? Oh, he's online. Did you hit him up, Jennifer Jeffrey? You want to hit him up? Let's see. No, he's not here. He hasn't. Oh, there he is. All right, there he goes. There he goes. Hey, yo, what's up, Machine? Here we gonna go. All right. Okay, guys, going live with Machine. What's up, Machine?
What up? What up?
This dude, you're coming up. First of all, where are you?
First of all, I'm in France. That's what I was about to say. So apologizing to everybody right now. I'm in France. There's bad weather. I've been locked in for about 2 months. We just got let loose today. Actually, this is our freedom day.
Oh, really? What do you mean you got let loose? You mean you can now go outside?
Yeah, okay. Here we've been in the lock-in. So what that means is I don't know how it is for anybody in the States or anything like that, but we have to write letters every single time we go outside. So we only get an hour to be outside, either to exercise or go to the grocery store, and pretty much that's it because even the police station is closed down. Um, Certain things actually started to open up today. Nothing really big, but it's raining out, so Nobody can go outside as it is. The cops are still out, so it's still like it's real sketchy, you know. So yeah.
So did you get like, were you doing a tour because you're from here, right? I mean, where are you from
Yes.
exactly?
Originally from Sacramento,
Okay.
Sacktown, but I'm a Laker
Stacktown.
fan. I'm a Laker fan though, but don't get it twisted. But I mean, I lived in Los Angeles for about almost 13 years. So I represent the coast, man. I represent West Coast for real.
So what were you doing in France?
Um, I was actually working
Okay.
and basically came over to do some work. And
When he
yeah, I
says
was
work,
doing
guys, he means dancing, and that so a
yeah,
lot of people
pretty
there
much.
can.
Yeah. I was doing some judging and everything like that. Came here, kind of got noticed that yeah, like I couldn't go. I was supposed to go to the Denmark too as well for Floor Wars, and that didn't work out. Both the jams got shut down, so I was kind of stuck. Then by that point, they were like, "Yeah, nobody's going out." They canceled my flight, so I'm still trying to wait back to see if I can actually get a flight to go back home. The UK is not even open yet, as it is right now. So, yeah, just waiting to get word for that, and then yeah, try to see to go from there. It's not really been too much of a breaking year. It started off pretty cool, but we'll see what happens, man. We're trying to keep doing everything that we can right now just to keep things going, keeping momentum. I think that's one of the biggest things is trying to think of moving forward, as a culture, not letting our culture get died out because we don't have a venue or we don't have a floor or anything like that. There's plenty of floors all over the world. You know what I'm saying? There's plenty of DJs, it's just about connecting. At the end of the day, you want to make sure that you can connect still with people. I still connect with not only just my crew, but I've been connecting with DJs. I'm connecting with promoters still, that's trying to still put out concepts and, even B-boys is putting out their own concepts now. So it's making other people push in a different realm right now, to be, creative, just like you with that brush for real.
Well, I mean, look, and that's anytime that there is a ceiling or a box, the critical thinker will figure out a way to deconstruct it and go
Exactly.
outside of it. But where are you in France? Are you in Paris?
No, I'm in Toulouse.
Toulouse. Okay. Do you
Yeah.
speak French?
No.
Okay. Okay.
But I'm Muslim, so it's pretty cool because I stay like in a Muslim like neighborhood and everything. So I can still pray, everything like that. Still doing Ramadan at the time right now, and everything. So yeah, it's been cool. It's been really cool out here, man. It's really chill. As long as you got your letter on you when you went outside, the cops wouldn't mess with you. But if you didn't, you had like almost 200 euro fine, man, just to go outside, just to go to the
That's
store. Just to
crazy.
get there. Yeah, it's crazy, man.
This is there's a lot of things at play here, a lot of agendas. It's very scary shit. But we'll see how everything plays out soon. But just so
Yeah,
you
man.
guys, I kind of want to show your um, I want to show this real fast because if people don't know about you, have you guys all seen his video that I just posted? I mean, you cut one of my friends fans here. She did it, and she's incredible. And
Thank
you
you.
you really defy. Uh, I'm just trying to find it real fast. You really kind of defy gravity. Coming up as a b-boy in New York City, with six. I mean, I was doing like 6-step and 3-step, and like at the most. Well, I was more of a popper, but the most I ever got was like, uh,
I've seen you do windmills.
but
Yeah.
shitty ones.
No, I
So,
mean, but you still can get down. You can still throw or no,
but
you
here's
know.
a question for you: how tall are you?
But truthfully, man, I'm 5'4", 5'5" with some shoes on.
Okay, cool.
On
But it's your low center of gravity that must help because you are unfucking believably. Were you a gymnast? Were you a gymnast?
Nah, man, this is my ghetto martial art, man.
Yeah, you are. You are. You have a weird. explosiveness. Like you remind me of a Junior. If I'm like people that I would compare you to, like Junior, Ivan from back in the day.
Word.
I mean, B-Boy
Legends,
Ivan.
man.
The first time I saw Ivan, I
Yes.
was at a jam, and this dude just started like exploding in the middle. I was just like, I don't even know what's happening right now.
Right.
I never had seen that explosiveness. And
Exactly.
when I
Yeah.
first saw you, I was like, yo. Then you kind of just went 2.0 with it. You're so explosive,
Ivan
bro.
was
It's
definitely one of my inspirations, man. Definitely. I mean, when I saw that man, it was incredible. I mean,
B-Boy Ivan for people who don't know who we're talking about.
yeah. I mean, it started even way back then, though, man. I remember, if people don't know this, I mean, I remember my dad, basically doing like beta tapes. And I don't know if everybody remember beta tapes and everything from the back in the 80s, but you can take two of them and you can actually record off of them. My dad and my
Mm-hmm.
brother had like that whole thing figured out. And my dad used to record like just anything that was dancing, anything breaking, Michael Jackson, James Brown, Jackie Wilson,
Mm.
anything from New York City Breakers, anything from, Rocksteady Crew, because those were the commercial based crews that got put
Mm-hmm.
on TV that everybody knew about. Yes, there was a lot of
Yeah.
people that was around them, but those two names got thrown around a lot. Um, so it started real early for me, man. I mean, just being just glued to the TV, watching like Flip Rock and, Powerful Flex and everybody, Crazy Legs, Kenny, Buck Four, Gudiaki, you know what I'm saying? The list
Oh,
goes on
yeah.
and on, you know what I'm saying? Like, Beat Street, was definitely, I'm just going to put it out there. I have no disrespect between Breaking and nothing like that, but Beat Street was my movie. Like, that was my movie,
Well,
man.
you know that
Straight
I
up.
was in Beat Street, right?
Yes.
As an
Yes.
extra, but just
Yes.
so everybody gets a context of you really fast, just because people don't understand, let me just quickly just show. I just want to talk over this because there's some shit you do that's like, are you kidding me? What the? Okay, you're okay. There we go. So yeah, wow. Hold on, I'm just. And then, I mean, you got great rhythm, which is good. You got great style. A lot of
Thank
b-boys
you.
who are so explosive, they have the power, but without flavor.
Right.
So you got the black explosiveness with the black flavor, and Jesus,
I mean,
look at that. This, are you guys kidding me? Are you guys paying attention to this? And then do the slow motion. Wow. Beautiful head slide. I was hanging out with
thank you.
Mike Murda the other day. He's a good friend of mine here in LA.
Yeah.
And he's like, if I'm going to battle with one person on my team, it would be B-Boy Machine. That's what he told me. So you're
Oh,
kind of
man.
known as you're you're one of those guys who in a battle, kind of like on the popping side, I would say Salah. You don't want to
Yeah.
really
Big
battle Salah.
inspiration as well. Biggest inspiration as well, man. For real. I mean, I think so. I saw Salah battle year '98 when he battled my crew, Rock Forest. And it's legendary people that's on that video. I mean, Jeff, Nam, Salah, Kareem, uh, uh, and, just the list goes on and on and on that, man. You know what I'm saying? But one of the biggest things that I saw was not only just the technique, but the sound. You know
Mm.
what I'm saying? It meant so much. I wanted to paint the sound of what people hear. I mean, I tried rapping at first, and it was cool, you know what I'm saying? I got caught in that era where it was about lyrics, and everything like that. But I could see that I could explain things a lot more through movement. And I like that, you know what I'm saying? I like demonstrating through movement. The rhythm thing came into play, man. I mean, my dad and my uncles were all singers. They were from Motown. They were from Detroit. Um,
Mm.
so they always were singing. They were always, doing their thing around the house. It was steps, things like that. I mean, I grew up through the New Jack Swing era. I
Mm.
grew up through Big Daddy Kane and,
Mm.
Rakim. LL Cool J, I'm Bad was my first record.
How old are you?
I'm 30. I'll be 38 this year.
Bro, you are so physical for 38. That's
Yeah,
crazy. I mean, I
yeah,
look at like my boy B-Boy 38 years old, by the way, guys. Look at that. 38 years old. He's so physical. My boy, you know Willpower from Air Force Crew?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so he's been my friend for
Years.
25 years.
Yeah.
He's
Air Force
50.
crew.
He's
Yeah.
50 and he's still
Right.
breaking. And when you don't stop, you don't lose it. And
No.
breaking's like when you see the older guys, it's really sad because they stop, they come back, they stop, they come back, they get injured, which could happen to anybody.
True that.
But
That's true.
you could see the deterioration of their skill set because it breaks you down if you're not stretching, eating well. So
Brother,
willpower has
I
been a
went through that
very
whole thing. I
yeah,
went through
you
that
got
whole
it, you
thing.
got to.
Being honest with you, I had, just like anybody else or any other B-boy, B-girl, I had a choice. You know, I got injured because I wasn't eating well. I would say this, and there's no disrespect, but I was acting like a typical B-boy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, where it was just, oh yeah, I wake up, I do my thing, da 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 da. But it was no exercise behind it. It was no food behind it. It was no water behind it. It was
Mm-hmm.
none of these different things that you actually really needed to
Right.
actually be able to function, you know,
Yeah.
most of the time. So, um, yeah, I remember the first injury was this right shoulder,
Mm-hmm.
and I was practicing for Missy Elliott, and that went out. Then I did a jam, and actually it was Style Elements, and then my right arm, the bottom of the arm went out. Then my left arm went out. So I was out
Yeah.
for about a year and a half. I had to go back into retail work. I worked at a bakery. Was up
Damn.
every morning at 4 o'clock in the morning, literally
Wow.
going to work, you know, learning about life again. So imagine this, imagine going from like the whole Hollywood life and then going back into like, okay, retail work. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
crazy.
It happens to the best of us. That's why I don't laugh at a person's hustle. That's not me. You know what I'm saying? Because anything can happen.
Absolutely. For
You know what I'm
sure.
saying?
Absolutely.
And
You're 100% right. That's amazing. That's amazing intel.
it it changed my life. It made me show. I remember the day I went into work, and my manager, tell you, I'm just being honest, he was a dick. You know what I'm saying? I was a young guy, but I needed work. You know what I'm saying? I needed work. I needed to be out there. I needed to be doing something in life. And I never forget the day I came into work and he was talking, me and him was talking, and he had the nerve to tell me, he said, call me sir. And I was like, what?
Yeah,
He's
no,
like,
you
yeah, when you talk to me, call me sir. And this guy had to be about 21. And I asked
Oh,
him a few questions. I was like, yo, man,
did he
let me
have
ask you
any
something,
idea of
man. I'm
what
like,
you did and
have you
how
ever even
easily you
owned the
could
car outside that you working in? Nah. And you don't even own your apartment, do you? No. Like your parents probably help you out a lot, pretty much, on what your little thing is in life. Yeah, I'm like, well, until you can actually do that, put somebody on earth that's better than you, which is mean a child, and be able to take care of that person, guess what? Then you'll get a sir out of me. But here, take your apron.
That's
That's
it.
it. And I went back into dancing, like straight up, and personal
Did
training.
you have a torn rotator cuff? Did you have
I
it?
did, and
Okay.
both arms, and both
Both arms,
arms.
yeah.
I walked
I
right
ha
into a gym. I
I
walked right
have a
into a
torn
gym.
I have a
Yeah,
torn rotator cuff myself, but so it's amazing that you recovered from that.
yeah, man. Because I don't even mean to put nobody's business out there, but K Mel was the person that had it too. I mean, and it scared the shit out of me.
Yeah,
It
it's
really
scary. I
did. You
mean,
know what I'm saying? Because I really just thought like, damn, is this it? You know what I'm saying? I love doing this. No joke. You know, if people don't know this, I love breaking. I love it to
oh,
death.
I think everybody
I
who
love it
sees
to
your dance
death.
can tell.
You know what I'm saying? I think people. I think this is one of the biggest, but one of the biggest things, and I can just say this. I think one of the biggest things people that don't know or haven't channeled this part of them in hip hop, um, they haven't gotten this part yet. But it's like this: you grow up and you see something for free, and you love it.
Hmm.
And then you figure out how to master it to make money off of it, and you learn who you are by selling your art. And some people haven't really actually channeled that yet,
Hmm.
you know. And I hope that they
Most
do
people don't.
so they can see it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, it's
And
hard.
regardless of this, I was a person. I'm 93. I was a kid that was breaking in the garage. You know what I'm saying? To now traveling the world. My mother and father, you know, have people come over, you know, that see them from the neighborhood and like, yo, I saw your son on TV and he was doing this and doing that. And I was this kid that was just in the garage, man. You know what I'm saying? And a
Hmm.
couple people knew about it in the neighborhood, you know, to doing this stuff now, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's a blessing. It's a
Yeah,
blessing I'm
well,
still here. It's a blessing
you are
I get to
when
teach now.
I first saw you, the reason that you stood out to me was you had a interesting dynamic flow, power, and style, and uh, you also had kind of a a certain amount of arrogance in your swagger because you knew you were really dope. We're freezing on his end, but I'm going to keep talking.
Oh
Um,
my God. I have fixed you. Oh man. I have fixed Hello? You. Are you
hey,
back?
yeah,
You
yeah,
back?
yeah, yeah. So,
Yeah.
you have a combination of a lot of things that b-boys go after. Some people just have power. Some
Right.
people just have flavor. You know,
Right.
some people aren't, and very, very, very few people have the explosive power of you, a Junior, an Ivan. Who's the other one in Mike's crew? Nagin. You
Yes.
know, there's few guys like that. You have to be a certain kind of
Oh man, there's so
genetic.
many of them,
That's a
man.
genetic thing. You can't. That power. That. Some people will never like Mike Murder. He's beautiful. He's sweet. He's got great. But no one has that explosiveness. Like there's a million dancers I can name who don't have that nasty kind of dynamite explosive energy. It's impossible. That's genetic, and then you have all the other qualities, and that's what really makes you unique and different.
I
You
love the
know.
music. I grew up on the music, man. You
Well,
know,
you dance on beat, which is
yeah,
obviously the most important
and
thing.
that was a crazy thing. A lot of people they asked me that, like, man, how did you find this thing? And I had a, I remember I had a mentor named Rocco Klein. He's from Sacramento. He gave me like basically like my first job actually is dancing when I was like 16, and he whooped my ass, man. Like I was good, I could break and all this stuff. One of the biggest things I couldn't do at the time was count music. And he was like, "You won't be nothing in life, nothing in dance if you don't learn how to count it.
Yep.
Like seriously, you won't know any of these things. You can learn all the instruments, but if you don't know the rhythms,
Yep.
you will never know how to do it."
Yep.
And I stuck with him, man, about 5 6 years straight. And
Mm-hmm.
he taught me the ropes of counting music, this, that, and the other,
Mm.
moving to this, that, and the other. And it just started clicking. It started clicking. One of the biggest things that I started seeing was in breaking that everybody was using a technique, you know, it'd be power, a footwork, kind of style, or this, that, and the other, puzzle dancing, et cetera, et cetera. But nobody went using the beat. Nobody really went using the lyrics, you know what I'm saying, which was a whole nother sound and a whole nother dimension
Mm.
that I really just I went into. I already loved doing that. I mean, you threw on 100 miles and running. I mean, I grew up with NWA. I grew up listening to James Brown, the Barkays, and artists,
Mm.
et cetera, just from my parents and everything like that. So I think it was just for me to let people know, like, this music not only is just funk, but this is hip hop.
Yeah.
This is the next level of what we start listening to this music. I'll be damned if my dad listens to Al Green. I listen to Al Green now. It's no different, you
Who
know.
who who is your uh who do you think, it doesn't even have to be breaking. Who is your favorite, name a couple of your favorite dancers?
Favorite dancers,
Yeah.
man. Okay, let me off top.
Okay.
Um, rest in peace, Float. Rest in peace,
Okay.
Float. For real. Um, Kenny,
Ken Swift,
Legs.
he's talking about Ken Swift, guys.
Yeah, Ken Swift. Yeah, I mean, if you on here, you should already know the names. Flip Rock,
Mm.
Action, uh, Icy Ice, Ivan, K-Mel, Flowmaster.
Shout out to Flowmaster, one of
Yeah,
my best
man.
friends.
Po One, you know, and
Oh,
I'm gonna
Poe's
say Po
amazing.
One because,
Poe's
and
another
I'm gonna
example.
just say, I'm gonna just speak about this man real quick. Po One was like the West Coast guy that saw something in me and was like, "Yo, you need to work on this. You got something, but you need to go and you need to work on it." You know what I'm saying? And every time he seen me, I always made sure I had something new to show him, whether it was rocking, some footwork style, some kind of power thing, some kind of flip, something. You know what I'm saying? Because he was the person that always, when he saw me, was like, "What you been working on? What you doing?
Mm,
How you doing this? How's this working out?" Or anything like that. So I knew I always wanted to show. I wanted to show this guy something every
yeah.
single time. Um, I'm just trying to go down the list,
What do you
man.
think of Lay Twins?
Say that one more time.
What do you think of Lay Twins as
The Lead
dancers?
Twins. I think they're good. I mean, come on, man. It's dancing. You know what I'm saying? And it's competitive. You know, and people gonna hate, like for real. You know, you that good. You know what I'm saying? And you can't knock these guys, man. You know what I'm saying? These guys go out there and they work. They bust their ass. You know
No,
what I'm saying?
I think they're
When it's
incredible.
time to go, I'm just saying for a lot of people, when it's time to go, this dancing. I say this, dancing for me, in my opinion, is one of the most show improved things that out of anything in hip hop that still
Mm,
has its roots. You know,
yeah.
and that's something I always see, and I hope that we get some documentaries, some new documentaries, you know, that we're talking. You know, I hope that we get some new documentaries about just like evolution of hip hop. They need to see the evolution of what the b-boys came from and how they set trends
Yeah.
in the dancing scene. You
Oh,
know what I'm saying?
there's
Because
not any dancer that doesn't use b-boying or popping. If you watch any of the World of Dance or
at
anything,
all,
they all use it. Everyone.
or
And actually they use it in the Olympics and gymnastics. I mean,
it's I put it like this. I lived in Los Angeles, and everything that I lived on or anything that I went and worked on, there was always a b-boy or b-girl in there just for something. If they just had to have it, it's there. They're
hey,
gonna they hire
Flowmaster chimed
it.
in. Shout out
Yeah.
to Flow. Love you,
Yo,
Flow. Hey, that's a good example. Flowmaster is one of those guys who you see him dance and he's just like, whatever it is, if it's breaking, if it's locking, or if it's dancing, he just, more than almost anybody, he's so musical. He's so musical. It's like,
those are what I call the all-rounded dancers.
yeah,
You know,
he's a
when you say
really
well-rounded
beautiful all
dancers,
around dancer.
and
God.
it's just not just because he did break and he did. I mean, Flowmaster he came from being the apprentice of Kenny, which is an honor for
Yeah, of
real.
course.
You know, to making his own style and doing what he wanted to do with it. You know what I'm saying? Like being honest, I'm gonna say this because I'm on the line. When I was training by myself, still to what I do to this day, man. When I on my come up days, I used to imagine these guys in a cipher with me, and I tell a lot of people this stuff all the time. And there was like, I would imagine if they're dancing in front of me, what would I do in a situation? Because just like
Mm,
anything else, you ain't in that cipher, you ain't doing nothing, you're gonna get pushed to the side.
mm,
If it was a rapping cipher or anything like that, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna get pushed to the side. So you got to make sure that you banging out exactly what you see everybody else. You see the legends that's banging out. So I always put myself in that circle, not when they weren't even around, and that always raised my level. You know what I'm saying? When I got ready
mm,
to go around my boys, it was the same thing. They was working on something. It was just like how Method Man talked about Wu-Tang. I wanted to break for my homeboys because I wanted to, you know, show them like, yo, this is what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? This is how
mm.
I'm doing this today. This is how I'm doing this today. And every day was different. We wake up and go right into the garage. Whatever I was breaking like the first day wasn't what I was breaking like the second day or anything like that. So I never bothered about what I was going to look like or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? As long as
Mhm.
that style is there, once that rhythm is there, I'm gonna find something. You know, no matter the day,
Well,
no matter if it was bad or good.
that's a testament to really appreciating the art because whatever it is, if it's for me, drawing and painting, it's having a very sound understanding of the fundamentals which are obviously, rhythm, dance, moving to the beat, dancing on beat. Same thing in drawing, fundamentals, construction. You
Exactly.
really can't go too far. I mean, you could be the guy who does 5 million head spins, and there are guys that do that. or, you know,
No, and they got
80,000
records.
halos. Yeah, no, which is great, you know, but that's its own thing. I'm going to ask you a couple of artistic questions, though.
Oh yeah.
What is your favorite color?
Oh man, that's so dope to ask me that. My favorite color is red. I love
Mm.
red, black, blue, gray, as you can see. Um, I love oh man, like apricot.
Mm.
Oh, like bleeding orange and red. I love this
Okay.
color, man.
I've
Like
never
for
had
real.
that response, but I like it.
Really?
Mhm.
For real. I
Here,
love
and I'm gonna get a look. Who is your favorite visual artist? Who is your favorite painter?
oh man. That's really crazy because it's actually you're one of them.
Thank you.
I'm not even gonna lie, bro. Like I've been watching you because I now get to finally say, but I've been watching you probably since junior high.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
how old I am. Since
I mean,
junior high.
like since like junior high, maybe junior high, high school, as a junior in high. Oh man, like seriously, like man, I had your posters. I had all man, and this is what's so crazy when I say your name to people, people be like, oh, who is that? I'm like, wait a minute, hold on, you in hip hop, you don't know who this guy? Yo, he's like in everybody's living room. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
Like,
you have to do this. You have to do this because then they go,
oh,
"Oh, the guy that did the DJ."
yeah, oh, no, not even that. I say the dude, my favorite one, and then everybody be like, oh yeah, it's the dude doing the windmills. No,
Yeah.
it's not.
Oh,
It's the
okay.
dude with the spray can with the joint out
Ah,
his mouth,
yes.
and he's standing behind the train. That's my favorite one.
Yeah, I think you're talking about, and this is a sticker of it, but
No, 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 no. It's the
oh,
other one.
Boo.
The
Okay,
homeboy, he
okay,
got the
okay, okay.
beanie on.
Boo 420. That's another one.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
the guy's like this.
yes. That's my favorite
That's
one.
me. Yeah,
Yes, man.
that's
I used
funny.
to get. I'm not gonna lie. Like a lot of my drinking days, I used to drink, come in, and think like that. That poster was talking to me.
Hey, man. Okay, so who else besides me do you like
Oh
as
man.
a
Well,
visual artist?
I grew up with well, Zulu Nation had a lot of people that was from Sacramento. TDK was another crew
Okay.
that was out there. Um, I actually was when I was breaking. I was actually in a crew called Kids Crew. I don't know if any of them are watching today or anything like that, but I grew up with this crew called Kids Crew. That was a little high school crew. So I went through
Mm.
like my little grass stage early,
Mm-hmm.
early in my breaking. Like I tried out every element. I just was like, look, I'm gonna try out stuff until I like something. You know, breaking was one
Mm-hmm.
of the things I stuck with, but I wanted to get another element. I started rhyming and everything like that, but I'm not rhyming today, so don't even ask me nobody on there,
Yeah,
nothing like
I was
that.
almost this
But
close to saying spit
graph,
some bars, but it's okay.
yeah, graph was that thing. Graph was like one of those things I like to do, like tagging, you know what I'm saying? We're sitting in class or my
Mm-hmm.
friends and all this. But one of the biggest things that kind of threw me off was the gang affiliation to it. No joke.
Mm-hmm.
Like I always grew up with gang affiliations around me in my neighborhood. And I just tell you this much. Most of the time, sometimes you didn't want to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like for real. You just didn't want to do it. You know, and when I got in the graph and I saw how cats would just disrespect, go over your names, you know, go over your crew's name, you know what I'm saying? Then all of a sudden you get caught slipping, you fighting 3, 4 dudes, you know what I'm saying, over some paint. You know what I'm saying? Like it just it wasn't what I wasn't into that world. You know what I'm saying? And I'm as a hip hop head, I'm just keeping it 100 with you. I wasn't about that life. You know what I'm saying? Where I wanted
Yeah.
to go outside and fight over paint. You know what I'm saying? Like it didn't matter to me that much. You know, and I was an artist in a different way. I was a physical artist and everything like that. I'd rather show you what I could do with a basketball or how I could break or something like
Well,
that.
as
You
you,
know?
I don't know if you know this, but the early way we defined b-boying, it was called before it was called b-boying, it was called physical graffiti.
Yeah. Yes, I do. I've
So there
definitely
you
heard
go.
that before.
It was
I
you were the
definitely heard
physical
that before. Yes, I
manifestation
did.
of the letters of graffiti.
Yes. Yes.
Now let me ask you a question that goes deeper. what do you think your greatest contribution to the world has been thus far?
Man, teaching, absorbing, sitting back and listening.
Mm,
No joke. It's one of the biggest things. I always say this, and you know, when the OGs is around, Pete, Pop, Wiggles, man, Kenny, Legs, Float when he was around, man, Ivan, Ness, everybody from the old time that I came encounter with, Frosty
mm.
Freeze, rest in peace.
Oh man, Frosty
Yeah,
Freeze. Fuck, I love
he's
Frosty.
listening to the stories, man. And I say this, I'll always say this, man. It wasn't always about, oh man, tell me the favorite, breaking story. Man, I wanted to listen to how they grew up,
Mm.
not
Did you ever
necessarily.
meet Freeze, Frosty?
First, yes,
Yeah,
yes, yeah,
yeah,
I did, and I was honored, man. He came to my city, he came with Ness. Ness brought him with me, and everything.
yeah.
You
He was
understand?
he was
He
he was
came
funny.
out.
He was wild.
Yeah, I love him, man. Like straight up, I love Frosty, man, for real. I love like I love the rest of everybody that I'm actually talking about right now because when you see me dance, you see all of them. You see
Yeah.
the inspiration. You see when they talk about the times where they was in the cipher or when they did this and you know, like I was saying, like I love listening to the time of listening to the 70s, listening to the 80s, because I was a baby. I was 82,
Mm-hmm.
you know. So to listen to what the 70s was like compared to what my dad and them was doing in Detroit,
Mm-hmm.
like they grew up so fast. That's why a lot of people don't understand. Like, damn, man, how could y'all retire at 15? Because real life stepped in for a lot of these people. So times changed. It wasn't about the breaking or anything like that. But the ones that did kept on, you get to listen to them stories of how they kept on or anything like that. Man, those stick with me. That stick with me. I had a father at home, but I had hip hop fathers like this. Like
Mm-hmm.
my dad, my mom don't even know who my superstars is besides Michael Jordan and Michael Jackson. You know what I'm saying? Like and Magic Johnson. So other than that, I mean, if I came out like when Crazy Legs this, da 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 da, man, who are this? Who are these people? I'm sneaking out so I can go see Ivan do flips. It's like,
I hear you.
I'm trying to get to this
I had
practice spot.
I had a
You know what I'm
similar life.
saying?
So do
Like,
you draw? Do you draw at all?
man, I doodle. I mean,
Okay,
I draw.
that's perfect.
Yeah, I
Was
doodle.
there something that you would doodle when you were a kid?
Oh man, I love
Like,
drawing faces. I used to draw like, and
well,
it
why?
was
As
so
we
funny.
talk, as you continue to talk, why don't you
Yeah.
do it? Why don't you do a doodle that you used to do and share it with us? No, so you have a pen and a paper, right?
Oh my God. Yo, hey, I'm gonna just tell the world right now that's watching. I don't care that's on this line. Don't you be laughing at me in my
Nobody's
drawing.
laughing. Art is art is subjective, and you will not be under
Oh
scrutiny
man.
whatsoever, except
Word.
by me. No, I'm kidding. You're going to be great.
You- Please
Everything you're
don't
doing is
laugh
great.
at me. But
Listen,
yes, definitely. Definitely.
drawing is the essence of who you are, and it doesn't have to look good. It's just a moment of time. It's a yeah. Svet says we'll laugh with you. Whirlwind Dreamer says that's right. Everybody got your back. Scotsman McFadden says the most important thing, which is B-Boy Machine is just the dopest.
Thank you.
Jennifer
Thank
Jeffrey
you.
says, let us see. Just no, don't stop. Don't stop. Just keep going. There's no judgments. This is a drawing show. Doodle doodle. Everybody doodles. My daughter said the other day, I said, do you ever doodle like when you're in class? She says, yeah. I said, well, what do you think it does? He says, it helps me listen. Well, what does she say? What she said, when I can turn my brain off, it helps me hear clearer.
Yeah.
So I thought that was really interesting because for her, doodling opens up the experience of listening. It opens the mind up. Cold Fusion 5 says it opens the mind up. Svet says it helps it helps me focus.
Man.
For me, obviously, it's my
Yeah.
life. So that's all I. Oh, wow. Yeah. Great observation. Whirlwind Dreamer says you're a lefty. And did you know
I'm a
lefties
righty.
have You're a righty?
I'm ambidextrous. I don't write with my left. I can dance with my left now. I play basketball with both of my hands and everything. That's how I learned how to be ambidextrous, was through basketball and
Oh,
breaking. So I write with
interesting.
my right though.
Well, you know that I paint with both hands and draw with both hands.
Damn.
You're Pancho art.
Yeah.
No,
You're
don't
amazing, man.
stop. Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop.
I
Keep going. Flow. It's all in the flow of it. You're everything that we do is just another element of who we are in a different modality. In other words, when I dance, it's another expression of me. When I draw, it's another expression of me. When I paint, it's another expression of me. When I speak, when I, whatever it is that we're doing, when we die, hopefully, whatever that was of us, the essence of us, that ribbon of our soul, shoots out to the cosmos, and that rhythm will be the same rhythm that I've always painted, the same rhythm that you've always danced. You'll be breaking out into the cosmos, literally.
Well, I don't know what it is. I used to do this. I swear I used to do this in class. I used to just sit here and do this. I think one of the dopest, I would just say this for an art thing that I learned when I was in school. I had a teacher that made me, and this was crazy because I use this in breaking all the time, but she made me draw to sound.
Wow.
So she would turn on the radio and make us start with a line, and she would just change the channels of the radio station, and you would have to draw
Wow.
what you felt like, whether it was
That,
ragged.
that's actually
Da,
that's
da,
actually
da,
a
da, da.
really good exercise.
Yeah, and that's one of the biggest things. Like I always say, like no song will make you dance one way, and that's one of my biggest things that I won't say I even preach, but I just try to demonstrate to all dancers or to the breaking community. Like there's no way you should just be doing the bully step every single time. There's so
Yeah.
many other steps, you know what I'm saying? And dig more, just like you dig for art, DJs dig for records. I dig for inspiration. I dig for movement.
Mm-hmm.
I dig into the music. I dig, for where is this hi-hat? Where's that hidden hi-hat?
Mm.
Where's that hidden guitar? I want to find that beat because that's what's going to be very unique. Or
Hey,
how
don't
many
stop
times did
drawing.
I get
Don't.
replayed in that? Oh,
As
I'm
you're
done.
talking
I'm
to
already
me,
done. I'm
continue
done.
drawing. Listen, Nicole Ending says, stop doodling when I was a kid. I'm screwed. Actually, you're not screwed at all. Actually, you're in the best place of your life by far, because if you get back into what you're doing, you're gonna get back into a deeper flow of existence, because you have access to a piece of you as a child that you will relive and reimagine. Are you going to share
All
it?
right, y'all
Awesome.
ready? You
Let's
ready
see.
for this?
I'm ready. That's cool. I like it. Hey,
Yeah, man.
it's all.
Oh my
Listen, it
god.
doesn't. It doesn't matter if you're. If you look at the cave paintings in Lascaux, France, some of the early
Yeah.
paintings that we ever have access to, they're super remedial. They're communicating
Yes.
with the gods. They're communicating with their
Yes.
forefathers. They're notes to the universe to have
Yeah.
an
The
abundance of
hieroglyphic.
a crop. So
Right.
it's just whatever it is. It could be a stick figure. It could be a
Yeah.
face like you did.
I,
It's
I
fun
mean,
for you to do.
another thing I used to just do. I mean, I love doing this. Like
See, once you get him started, he ain't gonna stop. I knew this was gonna
I
happen.
love writing my name and like stuff like that. Just like
Hey, do me a favor.
having.
Write
Yeah.
your name large. Write your name large on a separate piece of paper.
Oh, you want me to do like let's?
Your
Okay.
signature. I want you to do your signature.
Oh my god, man! You want me to do a throw up, man? I can't do a throw up.
No, 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 no. Just your signature.
Okay.
Trust
All
me.
right.
I got something for you.
I got you.
I got you, babe. I'm telling you. So when you do your signature, you're gonna hold it to the camera,
Okay.
and then, but you're gonna hold it to the camera first, Just your normal signature. Boom, boom, boom. You write a check. You write your name. You sign an autograph for a
Oh,
kid, whatever that is.
I thought you wanted machine. You want me to write my real signature.
Yeah, I want
I'm
you to
about to
write.
get people on here copying my shit. Like, yeah, I'm going to the bank with this real quick.
No, don't worry about it. You know, I write my signature all the time. No one's going to the bank. Okay, let's see. Okay, now, machine, I want you to look at your signature
Uh-huh.
and I want you to tell me two things you love about it and one thing that you want to change.
Oh, I could. One thing two things I loved about it. I had JM, and that was just backwards to MJ. So I always loved Michael Jordan. So I always loved writing my M and my J like Michael Jordan. When you looked at any of his autographs, he had that slurred J and he had that slight M. You know what I'm saying? Like that was, anything. So that was something I always copied. One of the biggest things that I wanted to always change in my signature, probably my A, because I tried to write it so fast that I could never make the bubble for it or anything like that for the cursive A. And my mom used to laugh at me because she'd be like, "Yo, your signature is chicken scratch. You write like a doctor." You know what I'm saying? So she used to say that to me a lot. You write like a doctor, so you're gonna need to fix your N because we don't know what your N says. So I just write lines
Do
now
you think
or
that's
anything
something
like
that
that.
you
So
could do you think that's something that you could change now, that you can make your signature so you completely love it, that there's nothing about it that you look at it whatsoever without absolute intentional love? Is that possible?
yeah, it probably is. It's just practice. That's all it is. At
And
the
what a
end of the
better
day,
time to
it's
practice
just
than now?
patience. One of the biggest things I say now, if you can relearn anything that you wanted to learn or learn anything now because you're older and you know patience. You know that things don't take time. And one of the biggest things I know, you're an artist, just like how I'm an artist. One of the things I always stress to people that's coming in to learn something, learn it at a bottom level and stop thinking that you're a professional.
Mm.
Because that's what first thing people do when they first walk into anything that they're learning. They're trying to learn like the person and be the person that they're learning from right off the bat. And it was like, you haven't even recognized this person been doing this for 40 years. That's how I can
Mm.
teach you in 30 minutes.
Yeah, and everybody out there, this is a really good exercise. Do your signature, look at your signature, analyze your signature, think about two things you love. It's like when you're in a relationship and you're talking to your partner or a friendship even, and you say, there's something I don't like about them, but let me give you two positive deposits before I give you a constructive criticism. By the
Right.
way, is that a Ron English shirt? Let me see that shirt. Yeah, that's my boy Ron English.
Yes.
I love Ron. Ron and
He
I
worked on
actually
them.
did a collaboration. Ron did his version of My DJ. He's a
Yes.
great guy,
Yeah. I met
real
him.
good artist.
I met him out in China working with shout outs to Farside, AOV crew, and Crystal and everything. I
Shout out to
I met him
Farside.
through the opportunity. Yeah, I met them through the opportunity of them and the family of them and AOV working on a movie in 2000. Was it last year? Yeah, last year.
Mm.
Where we was doing like the first, I want to say the first rated R dance movie called No Dance No Life. So hopefully
Mm.
that'll be coming out. I know a lot of this stuff has stopped up. The coronavirus has stopped up a lot of things and editing and everything like that.
Mm.
But he worked on this. A couple of Rock Force members. Shout outs to Rock Force crew, LODB, my crews. We all worked on this for the first time. And yeah, man, hopefully it's a smash and hopefully people get it. It's a little different, but the
What's the movie
dancing,
called?
no dance, no life.
Okay.
And it's got, I'm just, it's just going to let you know, just like, it's so many top dancers that's in it too as well. I mean, from Tied Eyes to Baby Eyes, Curtis
And when is
Blow's
that
in it.
coming out?
Hopefully, I mean, I don't know now, man, because it was supposed to come out like around springtime, but everything's got stopped up now, man. There's
Gotcha.
nobody in the studios no more. You watching reruns, or if you watching TV, not really watching anything new. Besides, if you watch wrestling, and ain't nobody in the crowd, so, or anything like that. So,
Yeah, it's crazy.
uh, yeah, man, it's just stopped up a lot of production. this whole thing right now. So hopefully we can get back to not everything that we was doing in life, because we needed to chill, like, for real. A
Well,
lot
yeah,
of things, like,
it's a good moment to take a personal time out for the
yes,
environment to heal. But it is important to get back and start dancing and living and saying, "Hey, this is a time to." We had a nice little break. Time to go back to work. 14% unemployment here in the States.
man,
That's too
man,
many people. People need to go back to work. I was listening
brother,
to Elon
brother,
Musk on Joe
brother.
Rogan, and Elon tweeted, as you all know, Elon Musk, Tesla. He tweeted, "It's time for America to get back to work, and get back to the grind again."
I just
And
hope that we get back to. I hope we can. I hope we learn from this is health.
yes,
Health is a big thing, man. You know what I'm
huge.
saying? Like, it's just.
Yes.
I hope that's one of the biggest things that we've learned. Not only, I mean, I think God has really gave us a vision now that I hope we can really, like, stick with, where I say family. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? Like, I call my parents, I call my brothers and sisters damn near every day now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's needed. And if you haven't recognized that, I hope that you have. If you got family members, stick with them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're not the only person that's going through things. You know what I'm saying? So stick with your family, and everything like that. Keep the pollution down as much as
Yeah.
we
Oh
can.
yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's that these are the things. That's why we stuck in the house right now. And the animals is looking at us like, yep, look who locked up now. So,
Hey,
please,
Flowmaster
yes.
knows.
Yeah,
Flowmaster
Flow
knows.
Master, please tell them, brother, eat some fruit, drink some water. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I mean, if you're gonna drink responsibly, you know what I'm saying, and have
Yeah.
fun responsibly, but make sure that your health is right at the end of the day. Get up.
And if you
I,
can, if you have access, grow your own foods.
hey,
I
yeah,
have
gardens are great.
right now. I have an avocado tree, a kumquat tree, two lemon trees, a fig tree, and an orange tree. So I'm starting to grow my own foods. And when I'm not, I'm foraging in the neighborhood. I just foraged about 30 avocados the other day and a
Yes.
bunch of lemons, and just eat greener and lower on the food chain.
Yeah.
Lower on the food train, because you do not want to bioaccumulate toxins.
Man,
So
no.
everything right
Yeah.
now is sprayed with glyphosate.
Yeah.
Everything is sprayed. Even if you're not eating pesticide, herbicide, fungicide,
Yeah.
larvicide foods, what
Yeah.
you're doing is you're breathing it. It's in the water supply. You can't get around it. So what can you do? You could just lower the amount of toxins that you take in. That's the only thing you could do.
I
And
say, I
and
hope. Yeah. Go
do
ahead.
what Flo does and what you do and what I got to get back to doing, which is work out all the time. Get your body. Your
Sweat it
skin is
out.
your largest organ. Your skin is your
Sweat it out.
largest.
Open those sweat glands, man. Open up your sweat glands. I mean, black don't crack. I just say that much. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad, because I learned how to take care of myself. Anything. Please take care of your body, especially right now. Please take care of your body. Go outside and stretch. Go outside and run a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Go
I even
outside and
tell
get
my mom and
sunshine.
dad, like,
Sunshine is the most important
telling my
thing
mom and
ever.
dad to do the same thing. If you're not doing it, please get up and do it. It's very important to your life right now. It really is.
Yes, and Flo says it real fast because we're going to get cut off in 2 minutes. But Flo says, make sure you train smart. Don't do what B-Boy Machine does. Everything he does is impossible. Flo can't do that. Nobody could do that. It's too physical. You're too out of control. You're basically defying gravity. You are physics. You're existing in the omniverse, the physics and practicality of just add dementia, and it's impossible. What he does, and right, Flo, what machine does is like, I don't understand how the body can do it. Yeah, but Flo, you're incredible. But more importantly, guys, be healthy, train smart, eat well. And thank you, Machine. I've always been a huge
No
fan.
problem.
One day I will paint you.
Me too. Me
You're
too.
fucking
When I
brilliant.
come back to
You're
LA,
brilliant.
I'm coming to see you. I'm coming to see you.
You
I'm
can't
definitely gonna
you
buy
can't come
you a
here.
drink.
No kidding.
Definitely.
Absolutely. Anytime.
Yes. Yes.
Anytime. All right,
Thank you to
guys.
everybody.
Love everybody there. Thank you for joining. And Machine, I cannot wait to actually see you in person and to do a cipher with you.
Oh,
Even though
love
mine
that.
will be very analog and yours will be digitally explosive, but that's okay.
Anytime.
I got rhythm. I still got rhythm.
Hey,
Don't forget.
I love you for it. I love you for it.
All right, Puerto Rican in the house. Okay, yo, take it easy. All right, bro. Take
Yes,
it easy.
brother.
Bye.
Love you.
Bye.
Peace.
Peace.